have a confession. I see so much on motivation all the time, and it drives me crazy. Do you want to know why? Well, I am dying to tell you, so you're in luck. Welcome to Allie on Life, where we're crafting great stories, whether that's in life, in business, or on the page. If you're enjoying these weekly videos, but you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And if you know someone who might enjoy them as well, you can share this video with them. You just click the share button to get started doing that. It's time for a story, but don't worry, it's a short one. I am in a group online that's part of the Center Fitness program. It's the Chris Hemsworth fitness program. I've mentioned it before, but it's a really, really great workout program, has recipes and meditations and all kinds of good stuff all wrapped in together. But one of my favorite things about it is the Facebook community. Now, recently, Center put out a 6-week free trial, which means that there are tons of people who are brand new to Center and brand new to Facebook. Well, not Facebook, but brand new to the group that are involved. And I keep seeing the same question coming up over and over. And I see it not only in fitness groups, but in entrepreneurial groups and all kinds of other stuff too. What motivates you? There's always someone who's saying, I can't find the motivation to work out or to eat right or to do the things that I know I need to do for my business. What are the things that motivate you? Because maybe I can find in these responses something that will motivate me. And I always have trouble answering those questions because I'm just not a very motivational person. And maybe that means I'm not very positive. Maybe it means I'm not a very good cheerleader. Maybe it means I'm not internally motivated, although I am. Maybe it means I'm not externally motivated, although I am that too. But I don't rely on motivation in order to take the steps that I need to do in order to be successful. Now, why is that? It's very simple. It's because motivation is fickle, fleeting, and false. Motivation is a feeling. And if you know anything about me, you know I don't love feelings. They're not my favorite. And so since motivation is a feeling, I don't get excited about it. It's not what drives me. And I will say this, as far as being a writer goes, writers do have to have feelings. We do have to write from a place of our feelings, because if we write things that have no feeling to them, people won't read them. So even though I say I hate feelings, and I do, I also understand their purpose, and I understand that they exist, and I accept that. And I can write from that place, and it's fine, but it's not what motivates me. I do get motivated by different things. I get motivated by success. I have different reasons in my life that motivate me to do various things. You know, I want a certain level of financial independence and freedom, and so that motivates me to work and do the things that I need to do in order to make the money to gain that independence and freedom. I really value my health, and so I'm very motivated to do the things that keep me healthy and strong and that kind of thing. So motivation is there. It exists. I'm not saying that you don't need it or that you can't have it. It's part of life. It's why we do things, but it's not the only reason why we do things, and it shouldn't be the only reason why we do things, because if I only did things when I wanted to, I would hardly do anything. If I only worked when I wanted to, I would be a lot more broke than I am right now. If I only worked out when I wanted to, I would not be in the shape that I'm in today. And if I only wrote when I wanted to, I would never have finished a book. Motivation is not what keeps me going in life, and it's probably not what should keep you going either. Motivation is often based on something external, something around us that we value. And those things can change. We don't have control over that. Motivation can also be internal. And sometimes we don't have a lot of control over what's going on inside of us, those feelings, those things that just keep coming up. Another thing I often hear is the question, what's your why? Now that is important to know, and it is involved with motivation. Your why is what drives you to make decisions and take action and do the things that you need to do. So why are you doing something? Why? Is it because of something that you've always wanted to do? Is it because of someone in your family? Is it because of that freedom and independence that a lot of people seek and do things for? Is it your health? What is the reason that you are doing the thing that you're doing? That is important motivation, but it's not the feeling part. It's the actual truth that drives our actions and decisions. Because decisions, determination, and discipline are the keys to consistency, and consistency is the key to success. Determined action is how to get things done. Regardless of how you feel about it, the fact that you have made a decision, you know the steps that you need to take in order to make that progress, and you are determined that you are going to do it. No matter what happens around you or inside of you, you know. Maybe it's something that you do every single day as part of your morning routine or your evening routine or some other part of your routine during the day. I know, for example, after I wake up, I am going to drink lemon water while my coffee is brewing, and then I'm going to drink my coffee. And while I'm drinking my coffee, I will write my little verse of the day, and I will read my Bible. And then I have various other things that I need to get to. I do some journaling and that kind of thing. And then I exercise. And I do that almost every day. Of course, after I exercise, I take a shower because that's important. But those are all things that I know to expect during the course of my day. And there are already things that I've decided to do that I do every day. Except for Sundays, I don't exercise on Sundays. But generally, that's the course of how things go. I don't need motivation for those things because they're just what I do. I've already decided that that's what I do, and so I do them. When you know what you need to do and you've laid out that course of action, you know why you're doing it, then it makes it easier to find the motivation that you need in order to get it done. And it doesn't come from that feeling. It's not the writer's muse that just comes and goes and, oh, I've got to follow the muse. I don't know where the muse is going, but I know where my book needs to go. And if I don't get it written, no one's ever going to get to read it. And that will be sad for me and for everyone who didn't get to read it, right? Determined action on a preset number of things that you're going to do is how to get them done. Now, am I some kind of productivity guru that knows exactly how to get all the things done all the time? I am not. But what I am is really good at determination and self-discipline. Those are pretty much some of my top superpowers. In fact, I even wore my Wonder Woman shirt today because those are my superpowers. I have more self-discipline than most people I know. When I decide that I'm going to do a thing, I do it. Now, I haven't always been that way. There have been many decisions that I've made in the course of my life that I don't even remember anymore because I didn't do them. And I got really frustrated with myself several years ago for the fact that I would say I was going to do a thing and then I wouldn't do it. And that was just, it was driving me crazy. So I finally got to a point where I had to say, you know what? If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. I'm at least going to give it a solid effort. And maybe in the process of the effort, I discover that it's not really what I wanted to do. That's possible. But you have to sometimes at least try it and give it a decent amount of time. I always say at least 2 weeks, preferably a month. 6 weeks is great before you really know if something is something you like to do or not. In the case of exercise, it takes a lot longer. When I first started exercising, I hated it. I hated it for years. And I did it anyway. Because after a few weeks, I started to see a difference, and that was motivating. And then there were some times when I would just keep going, and I didn't really see a difference. But I had decided that that was going to be what I was going to do for the rest of my life so that I can move for the rest of my life. So it didn't really matter if it felt good or not, if it hurt the next day or not, if I saw progress or not, because exercise and eating well are just a part of my life. So when you make something a part of your life and a part of who you are and a part of what you do as like your identity, then you don't really need motivation. It's just what you do. So I don't know about you, but for me, I throw all that motivation junk out the window. I don't really need an inspirational video to tell me to get a thing done. If I know it has to be done, I will just do it. And those of you who are laughing because you know all the times that I haven't done things, well, you can tell me about it in the comments and I will take those into consideration as I always do. But I just want you to know that I'm not here to be your cheerleader, but I'm here to tell you that if you make a decision to do a thing, you can get it done. If it is humanly possible for you to do, you will do it. I believe in you. Now tell me, what motivates you? And who cares, right? Well, I do, a little. But what I most care about is the decisions that you will make to lead you to action. What actions are you determined to make today? share those with me in the comments. And while you're there in the comments, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that. And if you need a little bit of help in the actions that you are taking, I do some coaching, especially with writers, but I can also do a little bit of productivity coaching as well, just because of the things that I have learned along the way. So send me an email, Allie@AllisonDuke.com, or you can schedule a call with the link in the description to this video. That is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. Now get out there and tell your story, because someone needs to hear it.